Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube Foothills Explorations. In this episode, we are going to discuss life in the diaspora as it relates or its relationship with the roots. The essence of this discussion is to help people in the diaspora get connected with their roots. People are in the diaspora to work for their homes in preparation for their retirement, or they are there working to support their extended family systems, to support their family goals. So at the end of the day, everyone or almost everyone who is out of Zimbabwe, who is out of his country, is out there to look for a better future. It's out there to look for more resources, more money, so that at the end of the day, all will be well. Once again, I encourage you to subscribe, like, and share, so that I'm able to make more of such videos. If they are informative, others will also need to enjoy and benefit from the videos. So everyone out there, I urge you to watch the video until the end, benefit one or two issues, make comments. I'm interested in your feedback so that we share with a wider audience. It's good for everyone else. Now, I'm going to talk about the people who are out there out of Zimbabwe, out of their countries, out of their communities, out of their comfort zones, working to earn a better life, working to prepare for a better future. But as you prepare for a better future, as you work, as you live out there, it's important today that I talk about the skills that are relevant in preparation for your retirement, skills that are relevant in preparation for your life back home. You never know when you are going back home. You never know when you will go back home. You will never know how you will get back home. So just be prepared for the day will come. And when it comes, be ready for it. Whilst we plan that we will go on retirement, what's not clear is when is the retirement and how is the retirement coming. Whilst we plan that we'll go back at some point on retirement, it's not clear whether we'll definitely go back on retirement or we'll go back well before retirement. We'll be forced out of our current comfort zones because of some circumstances, because circumstances do come and we don't plan for such unfortunate circumstances. It can be deportation, it can be death, it can be illness. Some will say, if I'm dead, will I be worried about my future? Yes, you are worried. You must be worried about your future because you have relatives, you have your loved ones, you have your children, you have those around you, your friends. They need to be comfortable when you are dead. They don't have to be burdened by your miserable life, your miserable death, your miserable funeral, and your miserable post-death circumstances. Let's plan. So when I left Zimbabwe, I was a teacher, and I'm still a teacher. But when I go back on retirement, because I'm on retirement, I will not be able to work as a teacher. I will be seated at my farm. But when I'll be seated at my farm, I need new skills to sustain my new livelihood, because that's a second life. Or rather, that's a third life. The first life is childhood, second life is working life, and third life is retirement life. So I'll need skills, post-retirement skills. The first skill is about wisdom. We need to have wisdom when we are in the diaspora. Wisdom to know what to do, wisdom to know how to plan, wisdom to know when to plan, wisdom to know what to invest in. The first and foremost, we must create homes, decent accommodation, so that when you go back home, we have where to put our heads, we have where to start from. So that's the first and foremost, most important aspect to look at. Accommodation. your home, build a good home. When you have established a good home, make sure there is water. Put a reliable borehole, establish piped water so that you maintain the same comfortable life that we're enjoying in the diaspora. Solarize the whole system if you can't get ZESA. But even if you get ZESA, how much of it will you get with this load shedding? So you still need to solarize your entire systems. Before you even retire, before you even go back home, make sure you have, if it's a reasonable sized plot, a rural home or a farm, make sure you have cattle pens, you have bought enough cattle, make sure you have goat pens, you have bought enough goats, you have established a fowl run, you have established a pigsty if you want to keep pigs, you have fenced the entire plot well so that you can separate yourself from the rest of the crowd. Whilst you're still in the diaspora, you can have your cattle and goats. Like I do have my cattle and goats. I have some guys who are at the farm who are helping me with the farm activities, though I at a minimal because of distance. But one thing that you can't do is to start keeping chicken and pigs unless you have established secure and reliable virtual monitoring system like reliable CCTVs. They are there, but I haven't been able to do that because I still need a lot to do to put up such infrastructure. But for those who have done that, thumbs up. That's good. It's commendable. When you have established these systems, make sure you maintain a close relationship, close communication with your relatives and friends so that they help you monitor, they help you do the errands, they have to run from A to B, push all sorts of activities that you want pushed, because not every worker is able to do that. Some activities have to be done by your relatives, but not every activity has to be done by your relative. Some have to be done by your workers for accountability purposes. Now, you also need to buy yourself equipment that you will use when you go back home. Not everything has to be bought when you are still out there, because some will be destroyed, some will be abused, some will be sold or misappropriated. You might not get it when you get back home. But you might choose to buy a tractor if you have a piece of land and its accessories, that's a trailer, disc harrow, and all the other equipment that you might need. You might also consider the tractor will help you to till the land. It will help you to move, to transport goods or produce from the farm, from your plot to the market, to carry, to move all the equipment that you want. If you want to do any construction, it will carry the brakes, it will transport the speed sand. It's a hand for any activity. It will help you carry the firewood. It makes life easy. It makes life very comfortable. It makes life smooth. And you post diaspora life, you might not need to go to your neighbors and borrow. To some extent, it shows some element of disorganization on your part. There's an element of disorganization. So when you go back home, be well equipped, be well tooled. You have your own things. Yeah, you can share. You can ask for one or two things, but not all those things. You can't go and ask for a hammer. You can't go and ask for a tractor. You need to have your own things. Now, you might also consider to have a grinding machine. If you are into cattle farming, into a goat farming, if you are into poultry or piggery, you definitely need a grinding machine, because you will need to prepare your own stock feed. Besides preparing your own stock feed, you might need to help your neighbors. That's giving you some extra cash, grinding other people's stock feed, grinding other people's milling meal, and it's handy. The beauty about a grinding machine is each time you switch it on, it's for a cause, or it's bringing in cash. It doesn't run, doesn't waste diesel or electricity when there's nothing important going on. You might also consider buying such tools, like you need a welding machine to help you repair and establish some of the infrastructural systems at your home or your farm or your plot, wherever you are. Even if you're in an urban setup, you need a welding machine. You need a grinder. It's a hand tool. You need a drilling machine. It's not always every time that you need to hire these handmen. They're expensive sometimes. You need to do some of these on your own, because we are talking about retirement. You have very few activities to keep you busy, to keep you healthy, to keep you going. So you need those things. You make sure you have enough tools. You have a well-equipped tools box with all the spanners, all the screwdrivers. You have a jack for your cars, a big jack for your tractor, for your trucks if you have. You need those items. You need your chainsaw to cut your trees. You need your lawnmower. You need your leaf blower to keep yourself comfortable. Don't have to go to your neighbors. But most importantly, make sure you have your, from the diaspora, you check yourself with you a comfortable truck, especially a twin cab, where you can carry your relatives and at the same time you can carry your valuables on the truck. You might consider buying a smaller vehicle to save you from fuel. It's also important to, if you can buy a big truck for use at the farm, especially for those in Zimbabwe. If my memory serves me well, big lorries are duty-free, tractors are duty-free. So whenever you think of buying these things, just ship them back home duty-free. They are yours. Make sure when you send them, you leave them in the hands of a responsible person, or if you don't have a responsible relative, you can chain them to some tree on your farm or your plot. No one will take them. Or you can build a big garage where you can lock them, leave them there. When you go there, back to Zimbabwe once in a while, once a year or once in 2 years, you run the engine, you service them, you maintain all the system so that they don't get rusty, old and damaged naturally. So those are some of the items that you might need to acquire. On the part of the skills, you might then consider to, if you have a day duty, like I'm a teacher, during the day I'm doing my work, it's important to look for another job completely different from my profession, so that I'm then able to acquire, I'm then able to get new skills. Skills like pastry, joinery, carpentry, IT skills, plumbing, solar installation and maintenance, welding, automotive, agriculture technology. You need those skills so that when you go back, they give you a new profession, a new trade. You earn decent income. They keep you going. They keep you oiled in terms of cash. You don't have to beg, and they complement your pension if you have, and your insurance. If you have, you definitely need to have your a post-retirement insurance to take you through. You definitely need to have a sustainable insurance. You can have as many as you can. They are good for you. In my case, I've established my insurance, post-retirement insurance, my pension. I've also established I have a funeral policy to take me when I'm dead. I don't have to burden my relatives. I don't have to burden anyone around me. The nature of my insurance policy will take me from where I am to my rural place, including some of my relatives will be accommodated in that insurance policy, flown back to Zimbabwe for my burial, and they will be given a car so that you don't have to borrow or to burden relatives back home. So those are some of the things that we need to plan, to have in place. We must. They will not fall from heaven like manna. We have to do it, and as we do that, we must be prepared to part with some hard-earned cash, because you can't get them from nowhere. You have to save for that money. You have to put aside a budget for that money in order to achieve, in order to be able to have that in place. Looking at the economy in Zimbabwe, agriculture and mining are going up, so you need to have skills in mining and agricultural technology, like installation and maintenance of irrigation systems, repair of mining equipment, application of mining systems. So those are post-retirement activities that you can look at, that they will help you when you go back, and you can only get those skills not through any college or university. You don't have to go for any formal training, but simply get a nighttime job, a part-time, where you will be acquiring those skills tacitly. They will definitely help you. Like always, I always urge you to like, share and subscribe, so that I'm able to make more of such videos. Like always, keep connected with your people in the rural, back home in the rural areas, your relatives back in Zimbabwe. They help you run your activities, they help you run your investments, they help you run your projects. They are there for you, and you are also there for them. Never have this mentality that most of the people in the diaspora have about Zimbabweans, that Zimbabweans are foolish, that Zimbabweans are backward, that Zimbabweans are lazy, that Zimbabweans are beggars who always want to be fed by the people in the diaspora. Once you have that mentality, you're doomed. Zimbabweans are some of the most hardworking people. It's only the economy. Zimbabweans are some of the most hardworking people. It's only the operating environment that is harsh. The currency that's not sustainable. The economic climate. Otherwise, no one out there can work better or harder than Zimbabweans. And they are not foolish. They think. Zimbabweans, we are not foolish. We think. We take advantage of every opportunity. No opportunity passes by without a Zimbabwean grabbing it. So, when you go out there, never look down upon those who are back home. If anything, they are better off. People are out in the diaspora because they have failed to soldier on in a harsh economic environment in Zimbabwe. But those back in Zimbabwe, they have managed. It means they are stronger than those who have run away. They are better than those who have run away. They are more innovative than those who have run away. They are more courageous than those who have run away. That's one thing that has to be noted, and noted without any doubt. And the other issue, when you are out there in preparation for your retirement and as you invest back home, please research on sustainable activities, on sustainable skills, relevant equipment and tools, relevant investment areas. Consult with those back home, because some of you left Zimbabwe 20, 30 years ago, and whatever you thought about Zimbabwe may be different now. Whatever investment ideas you had then are different from now. So always consult with those back home. Always consult with the right people with the right information, so that You don't throw your money in the dustbin. You make wise investments, you make worthwhile investments, good decisions. So always consult with the relevant people and invest well in the right areas. Until next video, next time, don't forget to subscribe, to share and like. Thank you. Bye-bye.